Hello, everyone, and welcome to the analysis of the Ramayana characters. Today we will be taking another look into the character of Bharatha. Let us begin. Bharatha's search took him to Chitrakuta. Bharatha's army created noise that echoed through the quiet hills, much to the alarm of the peace-loving saints who lived in the forest. Lakshmana too heard the noise and climbed a tall tree and recognized the royal flag of the Raghu family. Lakshmana then told Rama, "Bharatha is coming with ill intentions. I shall fight all and slay Bharatha." Rama replied, "Why do you suspect Bharatha, whom I know very well? Let him come." Bharatha approached Rama and fell at his feet. He informed Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana of their father's death and begged for forgiveness. He attempted to explain the misdeed committed by his mother, for he did not want any part of it. Rama has always understood his brother and his noble nature, and all of them grieved over the loss of their father. Bharatha then requested Rama to return to Ayodhya and take his rightful place as ruler of the kingdom of Kosala. Rama kindly refused and insisted on continuing with his journey and fulfilling his promise to his father. "Brother, you must return to Ayodhya, for you are the true ruler of Ayodhya," said Bharatha. He continued to try and convince Rama to return as ruler, but it was useless. Rama was strong in his convictions, but Bharatha remained obstinate that he would not rule Ayodhya. A compromise was reached between them. Bharatha then assured Rama, "I shall certainly not sit on your throne, but can only agree to serve in your absence for you. Let me have the sandals from your feet. They will adorn your throne, and I shall serve for 14 years in your name. At the end of the term, if you still do not return, I shall fling myself into the flames, and that will be my end." He returned to Ayodhya with a heavy heart, for he could not convince Rama to return and take his rightful place on the throne. He placed Rama's sandals on the royal pedestal and ruled the kingdom until Rama's return. He lived like a monk in a humble hut in a place called Nandigrama, near Ayodhya. He wanted to live simply like his brother, Rama. Such is the devotion of Bharatha. He saw what could have been a boon to secure his place in Ayodhya as a curse. For 14 long years, Bharatha lived like a hermit and discharged his duties as a king. But he never thought of himself as a ruler. He thought he was only a caretaker. Ayodhya continued to be prosperous and peaceful under his rule. Soon it was time for Rama to return. On the last day of the 14-year period, Rama was still not to be seen. Bharatha prepared to kill himself. Suddenly, Hanuman appeared on the scene. He prostrated to the surprised Bharatha and then conveyed the glad tidings of Rama's imminent arrival. Bharatha was overjoyed. His brother was safe, and he was coming. He would be home soon. Bharatha now eagerly made arrangements to welcome Rama and his army. The streets were cleaned, washed, and decorated with colorful rangolis. The houses were lit with bright lamps. Everyone wore colorful clothes and jewelry. Rama's return was to be a day of celebration. When Rama arrived, Bharatha broke down in tears of relief and joy. He fell at his brother's feet and clasped them humbly. Rama gently lifted his dear brother and hugged him. He wiped his tear-stained face. He looked at Bharatha in his simple bark clothes and thin body. He knew that Bharatha had lived like a hermit too, only he had done it out of his love for Rama and penance for his mother Kaikeyi's mistake. His brother's sincerity touched Rama. Then Bharatha said, "Brother, I have discharged my duty by you. I took care of Ayodhya for you. Now that you are back, Please fulfill our father's wishes and accept the throne." Rama accepted, and everyone prepared for the coronation ceremony. Bharata eagerly supervised the preparations and was the happiest person in the world when he saw his brother Rama installed on the throne of Ayodhya. As long as Rama lived, Bharata helped him in ruling Ayodhya and served him as a brother and a devotee. When Rama left the world, Bharata too joined him. They went to the river Saryu and gave up their lives by immersing themselves in its waters. That is the end of this recording. Thank you all for listening. Jai Shri Narayana.